Hello everyone, Christina Crafty here to share with you some fun printing and sticker making projects that I was playing with this week. I was on Instagram and I saw some like ad for like printing on clear sticker paper, and I thought, you know what? That is something that I've never tried before. I always wanted to. Like my sister, she makes like professional vinyl stickers for her shop, and but I usually order like, glossy like stickers and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I have all these beautiful digitals and why not? So, and I want to take my junk journaling journey a little more seriously this coming year in 2025. And so I have a ton of printables that I want to print. I just set up one of a new printer that I've actually had for probably over a year or more. I was trying to use up the last of the ink on my old printer, but it was always on the fritz, and I had to print some shipping labels over the holidays, and I gave in and I told my husband, okay, we gotta set up the new printer. So now that I have a new Eco Tank for Epson 4850, I am so excited to be printing a bunch of stuff, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I hadn't really done more printing is because I think it was a technology issue. So anyway, so this week I was going through my digitals and I wanted to try something new. So like I said, I was on Instagram and I saw something about clear sticker paper, and I originally wanted to buy like clear matte sticker paper. And I unfortunately I did not click on the link that of the ad that I saw because I don't click on any links from social media, but so I went down the Amazon rabbit hole and tried to read a bunch of reviews and figure out what the heck I was going to order. And I ended up settling with this one brand here. But the way the picture is advertised on Amazon, it says clear sticker paper. And it does not say that it is vinyl sticker paper. And even here, like it says printable transparent sticker paper, premium clear sticker paper. It doesn't say vinyl. 8.5, 25 sheets, clear full sheet labels for inkjet printers. So, but when I got this package today, I got vinyl sticker paper, and I'm like, uh oh, is this going to be the right thing? So I opened it up to check it out, and I was a little hesitant because it was definitely a lot more glossy than I had expected. I really was looking for a matte clear sticker so that, it would be just a little nicer on like my junk journals and on my card projects, because I didn't want excessive gloss. So anyway, I almost thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna give it a go. I'm new to printing on like, sticker paper, so I know everybody does it, but it's new to me, and it's something I wanted to incorporate into my projects because I have all these beautiful like digitals, and I just thought it would be cool to try something new and make some as stickers. So I ended up printing it, and as you can tell, this sticker paper is like it's pretty thick, like, and the sticky part is really good. But the issue that I had, and there was mixed reviews on Amazon, so I was a little leery, but I figured the only way to know is to try it out. I think I paid $8.99 for this package here, and it comes with 25 sheets. So I went ahead and printed it on my Epson. It's an inkjet, 4850 Eco Tank. And you can tell here there's like some smudging like there, and there's also some smudging here on the bottom because I touched it and it started smudging right after I printed it. And this line smudging here mainly happened because when it was going through my printer, the little rollers on the printer caused that. And then I think down here there was a little smudge in the ink down there too, like right there on the little antenna for the butterfly. So I was so like disappointed, and I was upset that I didn't get what I thought I was going to get, and I didn't get a chance to make something that was, what I really wanted. So the packaging does say here that you're supposed to use only one sheet at a time, avoid printer jams, print and let the results dry for 5 minutes. I waited 30 minutes and it was still just as wet as it came off the printer. So then I thought, well, how can I fix this, or am I going to have to return this paper? And I literally had given up. I was going to return it. I called my sister who makes stickers, and but she actually makes vinyl stickers. Like, she'll print it on sticker paper, and then she'll use, like, some fancy vinyl stuff, and I don't paper to go over it, but I don't mess with vinyl, so I'm kind of new to it. So anyway, but I was on the phone with her, and I thought, I told her, I was like, I actually thought that I might try to fix it to see if I could still use this or somehow salvage it. And I thought, what if I took a heat gun to it? Would it work? Would it set the ink? And I waited like another hour. It was still wet. You can tell, like, I smudged it right here testing it out. And after a little while, I gave in and I thought, you know what, let me try the heat gun. And sure enough, I did. And of course, when I was using the heat gun, this paper was curling a lot. So you have to be careful because it does like curl. And if you have parts on here that are still wet, then it's going to get messed up. But anyway, so I went ahead and took my heat gun to it and I dried it, and then it like set it. Look, see, it's not smudging anymore. So I was like almost at a cartwheel because I thought, yay, I can not only salvage this piece that I printed, at least for the most part, and then also I found a way to make this paper work, because I mean, I was going to keep it just to use it for like, because if it is sticker paper, I could use it to make some like clear die cuts, or like put this on a piece of cardstock and then cut it out. Like if I wanted to use something and give it like a glass effect. So I figured I could always reuse it, and it being clear, I wouldn't have to clear sticker paper. I wouldn't have to like worry about the adhesive showing through. But anyway, so I was able to salvage not only this piece, but I found a workaround. So I'm so happy. So now this is no longer wet and it stays put. It is kind of glossy, but I like it. It's not terrible. And even with the heat gun, it still kept the image pretty crisp. So I'm going to show you here. This is a printable that I purchased from My Porch Prints. And this is, I think, part of the layering butterflies kit. There's a bunch of different colors. I'm gonna pull something else I printed regular. Um, these are also part of the kit, and I printed these a little smaller because this is how you purchase them. And there's like several. I think there's like 8 different colors, like orange, black and beige, blue, purple, pink, all of that. But I wanted some smaller ones, so that I can, fussy cut them like this, and then maybe, glam them up a little bit. I mean, I've already done that in the past, like years ago when I first started printing digitals. I printed a bunch of butterflies and I cut them out. I fussy cut them because I think I tried on the Cricut, but they came out really small and I didn't like it. So I never made any more. But this one is from this, and it's also My Porch Prints. But what I did is I printed a full sheet, like 2 of them on one. Like I did like a setting where you can print multiple pages on one sheet of paper, so that way they would come out a little smaller. And I went ahead and fussy cut this one, and as you can see, they print really nicely. And I think this one, I don't remember, I think I may have printed this one. I thought I printed it on my new printer, but I can't be sure because this one came out a little fuzzy, so I can't remember which one I printed it on, but I think it was my new printer. Anyway, so I have some fussy cutting that I need to do on this one because I forgot that I probably could have cut it on the Cricut. But if I did it on the Cricut, I wouldn't have been able to do both pages in one. It would have been probably difficult to do. But anyway, so there's that. But this is just regular, like 100 and I think it's like a 80-pound or 110-pound like premium presentation paper. That's usually what I print my printables on for the most part. So anyway, while I was on the hunt for some clear sticker paper yesterday, I came across this regular like labels. They're basically like sticker labels, like for shipping labels, but it's called This is the brand here, and it's on Amazon. I think I paid like 12 or $13 for this, and it has 100 sheets in this pack of 8.5 by 11 full sticker sheet label sticker paper for laser and inkjet, and this is white. So I thought that was like a good deal for that. I really wasn't what I initially was looking for, but it was such a good price, and I thought, let me try it, because in case I don't like printing on the clear, I have another option to make some stickers on white. So anyway, it's just the whole sheet is a white sticker sheet. So there's nothing interesting there. It's just a regular label, like your printer label or your sticker paper there. All right. So I did, so this one, since I cut it out regularly on my printer, I'm not going to be able to fussy cut this on the Cricut because it doesn't have the black line. So I will be fussy cutting these butterflies by hand. But I first had to figure out how I was going to set this ink. So now that's done. So then tonight, I got a new computer because I needed it for work earlier this summer. And since I set it up, I'd never actually set up Cricut Design Space back on it. So I had not played with my Cricut since I got my new computer. So first I had to install the app, and then I had to, calibrate my Cricut and all that. So I finally went through all the technical issues with that, and it was a lot quicker than I am used to, dealing with the Cricut, because every time I go to use it, it just seems like something's always a problem. But anyway, and sure enough, the first time I tried to print and cut this, I was getting ready to cut it, and like the program like completely kicked me out and said I had a new update that I had to install, even though I had just installed the program. So typical Cricut life, right? So anyway, so I had these digitals from an Etsy. Oh, and you can find my porch prints on Etsy. I forgot to say, but this is one of the shops that I follow there amongst like a ton of others. But like this was one of my favorites. Victoria Designs, Pink Monarch Prints, and Ink and Page. Those are like my main companies that like I always like look to see what new digitals they have, and I purchase them. And but then I have like some random ones where I just happened to see something that I liked on Etsy and I bought it. And I'll usually check out the rest of their shop to see if there's something else. So this one is Digital Fables. That is the company that I bought this on Etsy, and I bought a ton of mushrooms, an old like ephemera vintage mushroom type. I love it. So this was my first go around trying to use the white sticker paper on my new printer, and after calibrating on the Cricut. So what happened was I mistakenly did not select the like printer output options or something like that. Like before you print, you do the print part. And so what ended up happening is it just like the printer just like spit it out at like regular standard quality. So it didn't like print it really fine. Like you probably can't tell too much in the camera, but in person, this doesn't look as like good a quality as it could have been as the original digital. And so then I tried with another digital after I figured out what I did wrong here. I went ahead and tried again with a different digital, and this one is from one of my favorite shops, Ink and Page. She has like weekly freebies that she will email you if you join her newsletter. And this week she launched, I think it's like Junk Journal January, and she's going to have like a weekly thing where you basically, by the time the end of January is done, you're going to have a whole junk journal put together. So I think that's what I'm going to follow that challenge along with her, because I think it's going to get, it's going to help me really, really get motivated to stay on top and get it done. So anyways, I use one of her digitals of these beautiful butterflies. I think it's called Celestial Dreams is the kit for this one. And the quality on this one came out like splendid. If the camera will focus, then you might be able to tell. I may have to put it down a little bit. But anyway, the quality on this print is way better than this one. Although in this camera you might not be able to tell, but the original digitals are way more crisp. So when I figured out what I didn't like what happened here, I tried something different there. So on this one, now I did print this one with some bleed lines, because I know that these edges are not like perfect. And unfortunately, it did do like a bunch of like little dots here, I guess like whatever image it, and then it butchered this stuff over here, as usually the Cricut does. Small thin papers, and it butchered over here. And then the other problem that happened here is I did select the sticker paper with, I think, like gray lining or something. I kind of watched a couple of videos, and then I called my sister for some assistance before I cut, and I did my best, but it didn't come out as I wanted it. I did want a kiss cut feature, but this one ended up like cutting through, and it ended up, instead of doing a kiss cut, it basically created a die cut sticker. So that wasn't what I was going for. I was kind of hoping to keep the whole like page, but it's okay. No big deal. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, one day I'm going to use the whole sticker, but I just thought it would keep it from bending if it was like on one sheet. So, as far as the Cricut, it did the best that it could with the image that it had. So I'm not mad about that, because I could have fussy cut it, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm in the mood to fussy cut and sometimes I'm not. But then like this one here, it didn't cut all the way. So I'm not really sure why some it cut all the way and some it didn't. Like there's a little piece here that's still connected. So let's go ahead and try and release this paper here and see how many of these mushrooms come out. I have to be careful because I don't want to rip my mushrooms that didn't cut all the way. See? So I'm probably going to have to do this face up so that I can be just a little bit more careful. But I'm excited. I printed, it was pretty economical. I ended up spending, I think, like maybe $20 or something buying 2 different kinds of sticker papers on Amazon. And I got them delivered rather quickly. I don't remember if I ordered them 1 or 2 days ago, and considering all the strikes going on, I was surprised I got it this quickly. I actually did look at my local stores like Office Depot and stuff to see if they had any, and it was unclear as to whether the sticker paper I needed was in stock or if it was just like delivery for shipping. And then of course the prices at Office Depot are like 10 times anywhere else, like online or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I ain't even gonna mess with Office Depot. They ain't got enough coupons to make it worth my trip. All right. So yeah, so this one looks like it pretty much stayed. And so I'm struggling over here. So anyway, I'll do this one off camera. But I will take one of these beauties here, peel it off, and then there you go. So I created this beautiful ephemera sticker. And of course, I'm sure I have like some stuff like this that I've purchased probably from like Temu or whatever. But it's okay. Like I'm glad that I can actually make my own stickers from all of the digitals that I have. I just think since it's like kind of thin, it'll just be like nice for layering and stuff. And it ended up like cutting all like, it's kind of cool. It's like it cut it like very realistic, even though it butchered the paper in some areas. So I'll just end up inking all these little edges and making them nice and pretty. I don't think I have my ink blender close by, otherwise I do it on camera. So there's that one. So now I'm gonna check out with you to see how my other printable turned out. Oopsies. I'm gonna see if this one ended up doing what I wanted, which was a kiss cut. I did change the settings when I went to go print this one. I changed the sticker paper to, I think, the green lining, because I looked at I think it did, the pressure was only like 180, whereas the pressure on the other one I think was like 240. And it's already like late. It's like way past my bedtime. I need to go to bed. But I was working this evening when I got off of work, I just been in a little squirrel moment, just going down these rabbit holes. Yay, I'm so happy. This one did exactly what I wanted. It left the stickers on the page. Because the reason I like this is because if I'm going to be working with a kit, I want to be able to leave all of my stickers on the page and then just file this away in a baggie with the rest of the kit. And then I can just peel off the ones that I need. Look at that. I love it. This one turned out really, really good. Okay, so I have now found my settings. I'm going to go ahead and write them down so I don't forget. So that was green. So it's going to be one of the sticker paper options in Cricut. It was the green lining, I think, printing. Green lining printing. I know what that means. And I think it was like 180 pressure. And only one cut. Perfect. So that is the perfect setting for this sticker paper right there. Anyway, if you guys are interested in getting this sticker paper from Amazon, just leave me a comment and I will paste the link. But you know, I don't like to put links in there unless you guys are really interested. Because I don't do YouTube full time, so I don't really have time to do all the stuff that everybody else does. So anyway, yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. And, you know, it's a decent sticky. I don't know how long it'll stick for, but I think if I was going to use this just as a extra, I would probably just do a little tiny couple dots of glue just to make sure it will never come up. And even though it cut really well along the edge, you can hardly tell any white. There's a little bit of white on this side. But I'm incredibly happy with the way it cut. And then it'll just be easy to ink the edges on these without a problem. So I'm going to stick this paper back down. And there we go. So in case you guys missed it, this is Ink and Paige is the designer. She has an Etsy shop. And this one is part of the Celestial Dreams kit that she has. And she always runs like really good sales. Like whenever she releases a new digital that week and you're part of her newsletter, you get like 50% off. It'll automatically, if you follow the link from her email, it'll automatically attach that to your cart at Etsy. So I love her stuff. I have so many digitals and I can't wait to make some more this year. And I will be following along with her January junk journal January. So anyway, I hope you guys found this informative. I know I'm probably like the millionth person that has tried all this sticker paper stuff, but in the event you were also wanting to try something new and wanted to give it a go, now you know what I went through with the specific materials that I had on hand. And one thing I did want to do is I did want to fussy cut one of these on camera with you guys. I'll probably do this big one because it's a little easier so that you guys can see. And this one has like the gray lining around it in case, you know, it was going to be fussy cut on a Cricut. It already has some bleed lines on it. So I'm just going to cut along that edge. And then I'm going to fussy cut this so that you guys can check it out and see what the sticker paper looks like once it's off the paper. Because I know I was like talking about all of my troubles for printing that I solved with the heat gun. And in case some of you don't know what a heat gun is, it's let me go grab it here. It's like a crafting heat gun. You can find some industrial ones at like, you know, tool supply stores, but this is one of the crafting brands, American Crafts, and it's pink, my favorite color. So anyway, so that's the heat gun. And you have to be, if you don't know about heat guns, just be very, very careful and do a little research before you use it, because you can burn stuff on your desk or burn your fingers or your paper, you know, if you're not well versed in how to use heat guns. But yeah, that ended up solving my runny ink issue. I just pray that my rollers on my printer didn't get dirty, but I don't think so because I printed those two other items after that, and I have not seen any bleeding on the ink. So, oh, my sorry, this glossy paper is causing a glare, and it's hard with all these lights, and it's hard to see. So I'm trying to like not butcher this fussy cutting here. And that way we'll be able to see. I do like the quality, like the thickness of this sticker paper. It's kind of thick, like it's thicker. It doesn't feel cheap. And I do like that it is crystal clear. I think that's one of the things that it sold me on, because like in the description, they showed like a frosted sticker paper and then this one, and it was crystal clear. And so I thought that was, I liked that, even though I originally was kind of going for a more frosted look. But I didn't like how clear this one was. Perfect. So there is this sticker here, and then I'll pull it apart so you can see what it looks like. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Can you imagine that? That's awesome. It's gonna look so cool on a project. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything to put it on right now. I don't have anything at all like started, but anyway, I'm excited for this. But let me not lose my release paper because I got to get this back on there. But anyway, I hope you guys found this informative and enjoyed my little issues that I had with printing and some solving. And it might be that you may be experiencing the same issue with something that you bought and you can't return. But if you use the heating gun, then that will work. And this is also like a nice new way, for you to make some clear stickers like that. Until the next post, I remain Christina LaCrafty. Bye.